So walk me through this. Speaking of high school, you get drafted
Yep.
by the Boston Red Sox.
Yep.
Now, that's back when the draft had 40 rounds. It's a little different
Yep.
now. So obviously, I feel like for people that aren't as familiar with the baseball draft, back even what was that, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when that
2019.
was,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, it seems like forever ago because COVID was in between that,
Hmm.
but I feel like people don't truly realize that like there were 40 rounds of
Yeah.
players getting picked, and it's like it was just kind of Hail Marys after like the 25th round
Yep.
at that point, because you're just trying to see if what could stick, if somebody actually surprised. And you were drafted in the 30th round by the Red Sox. Were you surprised you got drafted? And I guess what was that process like for you, since obviously you didn't end up signing?
Yeah. So I kind of blew up on the scene a little bit late my senior year. I started getting some draft buzz not till the spring of my senior year, which is a little later compared to some guys that do all the summer ball circuit and all of that. I didn't do any of that because I was always playing football. So I didn't get my draft love until the spring, but it came quick. And next thing you know, there was a good amount of scouts watching all my high school games. And I established a good relationship with the Red Sox. Their local area scout would come watch me a lot, come work out with me, watch me hit BP and all that. And I actually went and did a pre-draft workout at Fenway my senior year, so that was awesome. I had a good showing there. And was I surprised I got drafted? No, because there was 40 rounds, and usually if you did create like a good relationship with an organization, they'd probably end up taking you within the 40 rounds. But it got to a certain point, like day two, where I knew I was going to go to college. I kind of had my heart set on going to college and wanted to develop more as a baseball player first. So I was grateful to be drafted the first time. It was awesome. And couldn't wait to get drafted again the next time after I had some good player development at Berkeley.
So what were the talks like, I guess, when the Red Sox do pick you? Obviously, you had already made
Yeah.
up your mind. You're like, hey, I'm going to Cal. Like, I appreciate this. But
Hmm.
so I guess how was their side of things? I guess what kind of things were they talking to you about?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like I wouldn't want to say courtesy pick, but when you get to those rounds, it's hard to sign all 40 rounds, you know? So,
Oh yeah.
they drafted me. You never know. Maybe sometimes guys will sign. I wasn't going to sign that late just because I knew there was some more development in my game, especially going into college, moving away from home, all that stuff. But they were just, um, I don't know how to say it, but they probably knew I wasn't going to sign when they drafted me in the 30th round. But we're super fired up to give me the pick and follow me for the next 3 years.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated by that because, like you
Yeah.
said, obviously 40 rounds. I would assume I haven't
I
looked it
don't
up,
know.
but
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever happened. A team signed all 40 selections. I feel like that never has happened. So,
Yeah.
but now that the draft is 20 rounds, it's like it's more possible to sign
Hmm.
almost every
No, for
guy. Which,
sure. I think the 20 rounds, a lot of the time, all 20 sign if you do it the right way.
yeah, I'm almost positive the Red Sox may have signed all 20 picks this year, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I was always curious because obviously with it being that long, and it's like you were taken in the 30th. It's like, what do
Hmm.
they even say to you? Like, but all right,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously you go on to Cal, and again, I think you made a great decision there. But I guess what was it like playing at Cal? And I know nowadays they're an ACC school, which I
Yeah.
know you didn't have to really deal with the traveling to the East Coast to play baseball games. But what was your experience like playing in Cal in the old Pac-12?
Yeah. I mean, I loved it. It was weird though. So my first year that I was able to have a full fall and a full spring, or full fall and full spring, wasn't until my draft year because with COVID. So freshman year, I did the full fall, did the 15 games of spring, and then COVID shut it down. Had a really good start to that year, and then the next year, my sophomore year, we weren't allowed on campus in the fall, so because of COVID. So we're missing out on all that development, all those at bats, working through kinks in the fall. We showed up in spring and we just started playing games, so it was tough. But my junior year, when I really started to show like what kind of player I am, I definitely credit just being able to have a full year of development, including fall ball, and then into the spring. So that helped a lot. And I loved Cal, man. I love the coaching staff, all my teammates. It was a blessing, and lifelong friends and lifelong mentors came with it, with being in that program for sure.